Hi guys, it's Sherry. Welcome to 10 Minute Monday. Today we are going to be working with some snake cutters along with our dried flowers and UV resin. These are going to be super simple and easy, and I'm going to show you how you could do some on white and black and really kind of get a complete different look just by changing your clay color and then changing the color of your flowers. So you could really get some beautiful spring looks or something more for, you know, winter time or whatever. What I'm going to do first, because a lot of these cutters have like real tight little spots here. So what I want to do is put some baby powder on to avoid getting those, getting the clay stuck in those areas. And then you can see here, they're little tight areas. And I'm actually going to do these white, just because I think they're super, I like the shape of them. So we're going to do a white one. And then you can see how that sticks in there. Wait, let me, oh, there we go. Okay. But you can see how that clay sticks right in those little areas. So I want to make sure I have a little bit more powder in there. And then let me just do a little twist and then pull straight up, and there. So I'll do that again. Push down, twist, do a little twist, and then pull straight up. And then it releases beautiful for you. So this one actually came out nice too. It just got a little stuck for a moment. Don't be afraid if your stuff gets stuck, because it happens. Don't get stressed out about it. There are ways, but I noticed, like, what I learned over the years is pulling straight up really seems to help prevent clay getting stuck. So I'm just going to do these little areas here. And then we're going to take our bigger cutters. And I'll leave links to everything where I got them, just in case you're interested. All right, so that one kind of got stuck right in there. Even with all the powder and stuff, you just got to be kind of careful with these particular cutters. But honestly, guys, don't not get them because they get stuck, because they really are simple to work with. You just got to learn all the little tricks. So I'm going to take my brush end here, and you can see I don't even have to push. I'm just like barely touching it, and it's coming out. And then I'm going to take my blade, because it's thinner, and just go right to the edge. You see, it just pops right out, and everything is perfect. There's no marks on it, nothing. So there, even if your stuff does get stuck, it will still work. So let me get those. And I'm going to put this off to the side. All right. I'm just going to clean up this little area here. And then what I'm going to do is lay them on my tile exactly the way that I want them to bake up, because now I kind of moved them around, but I want them to be mirrors, so I got to make sure they are the same. So I just want to kind of make sure everything is lined up properly now that I moved everything. All right, so those will be ready. I'm just going to put a little hole on the head area. This is where my jump ring will go. And I'll do the same thing with these. All right, so now I'm going to do the same thing. I'll put the holes here, and then I'll bake them at recommended time and temperature, and then we'll pop on, and I'm going to show you how you can really decorate these and make them beautiful. So my pieces are out of the oven. They're completely cooled off. Next is the fun part. So you can see how I placed them all together and how lovely they are matched up. But what we want to do now is just kind of decorate them and have fun. So I ended up drying these out over a year ago. If you find flowers that you really like and you want to dry them out, honestly, flatten them out between the two books and then take parchment paper or wax paper, and then once they're flattened out, you'll put the flower in between those two pieces of paper and then just keep them inside a book, weight it down, and a few months later you'll get these beautiful pieces. So very, very simple and easy. I know they have a lot of equipment that you can basically dry out your own flowers and have it real quick, but that's just the way that I've done it for quite a while now, and it just makes it very, very simple and easy. Okay, so next I actually want to grab, I'm going to grab a pair of tweezers because I'm actually going to pull some of these flowers off and make them much, much smaller. So see, I need them small. So I'm going to have to pull them off and kind of go about it that way. But first I want to take my UV resin, and then I'm just going to kind of put a very, very thin coat on this. So let me get an old paintbrush, and I'm just going to put a little bit right there. And then I'm just going to kind of paint, I guess you could say, right over this. And this is just going to hold my flowers in place. And you can see I'm not putting it on thick at all. Basically, I'm putting it down to be glue, I guess, or like a piece of tape. Okay, put that there. And then take your flowers. Now, if you don't have any of your own dry flowers, you could take some colored ones that you buy and use those, which I may end up using some of those for certain areas because some of these may end up being just too big. So I always found doing these little things pretty fun. I almost feel like it's almost like a little collage. If you have the little tiny, tiny pieces here that you want to pick up, get a wax tip, and then it will make it much easier to pick up and place them down. All right, so now I'm going to place this under my UV light, and then I'm going to do my second one, and I'll show you the next step. Those are under the light, and now we're going to do the same exact thing with our white, but we are going to do colorful ones. And I really want to kind of play around with this and have some fun for the summertime or spring. So just put a little bit of your UV resin on here, same as you did before. We're basically doing it exactly the same, but this time I am going to attempt to do it kind of like a rainbow. So if you are used to seeing like Skinner blends and how they tier in color, that's how I want to do my flowers. So we got the red, we have a little bit of orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. You know, we have a little of every color. So that's what I want to do. I want to have some fun with these. And I got to make sure that whatever I do to one, I'm going to be able to do the same thing with the second one because I want them to be mirrored. So the easiest way to do that is just chop everything first. So I'm just going to kind of break this all up because they're already dry. And then take my wax tip and start laying everything out really nice. All right. I'm going to put that under my UV light. Let me do one more little one right on the tail. There we go. Once your pieces did their first cure, what you're going to do is take a thicker layer. So I like to just kind of put it right there and then just put my little stick in there, and then I'm just going to kind of layer it on. But don't go too thick, because if you go too thick, then it spills over. It's one of the reasons I like having this silicone mat, because if it does spill over, it's easy to clean up. You can see all I'm doing is going over my piece slowly. And then I'll place it back under my UV light. And I'm telling you, these pieces are going to be absolutely beautiful. I just want to kind of clean up. I don't know if you could take notice, but you'll see like little pieces kind of going right into that area. Just take something and clean that up right before you put it in the light, underneath the light again. And that'll prevent it from kind of getting yucky. Here they are, guys. Look how beautiful these came out. So I went ahead and put them together after they cured, but look how gorgeous. So very simple, easy process, just using your dried flowers and some clay, and you get some really cute, beautiful, you know, unique looks here. So I hope that you enjoyed this quick little video, and I will see you all next time. Bye.